you know, you gotta be hands-on, you know.
Yeah.
To,
What you want from me to cut? How do you cut it?
yeah, so you gotta cut the upside, right? This one, the top line. Did you take any pictures of this?
I have my hands on a lot of tools, but I never tried to nibble it. So,
Yeah. No big deal.
Sure. No critique as well. Let me see. So this thing cuts this way from here.
Right, right.
Push it up, yeah. Hold it with one hand.
On this side or the outside? Outside. Outside? Beautiful. No, that's good. Outside? Out. Outside, maybe. Good luck. Close it. Let it go. Let me cut that one.
Yeah, that's the full as much as it.
I got to come to me to smooth it, just quick and whatever you want. Okay. Snips are right here. Snips are right here.
No, to cut. The man.
Right, so that takes
Just snip right here.
Okay,
you gotta
so,
be careful.
so now you gotta cut this line, right?
This line, okay. You gotta be
Just be
careful.
careful, they're very sharp, right? Not like that. Like that.
Are those flashing the same 24 gauge?
Yes, they are. So it's exactly the same metal.
Adi, don't you
Okay,
have
thank you.
the red one?
Try this.
Look for the red one. I got some there. So now we've done this.
So I'll tell you what we're gonna do. Now you gotta cut this one off.
Yeah, it doesn't need a freaking. You can touch it without freaking worrying about striking your finger.
Yeah, you gotta have gloves. You gotta wear the gloves. There you go.
I'm good. So now,
So now what happens? We're gonna cut.
Ben, you want Ben? You want Ben? You've done this plenty of
He
times.
can do that with his eyes.
Okay, so I'll tell you how we're gonna do that, right? So let's cut the bottom, the top side, right?
Upside.
Right.
So this one.
On the left hand
on
side.
this one
Right,
here,
right,
So if I'm looking at this right here. It's gonna go on the top side.
right.
This,
That's like
this
that.
needs to be bent out.
Yeah.
This needs to be,
You see on the drawing I put over there?
so this needs to be cut, so we could then.
No, you don't have to cut. So these, you're gonna bend.
What is this?
That's gonna be, stay there. You don't have to do anything. I'll show you how we're gonna do it. You see the drawing? So this one, right? Yeah. I put bend 90 degrees that way. So you're gonna bend it 90 degrees that way. And this one, bend line 180 degrees is gonna come this way to fold like this.
So we'll have a bench that we're working on and we'll do it.
Right. So I'll show you how we're gonna do it.
So
So let's cut the top side, right? Because you want to see, so this one you gotta also bend that way, 180 degrees.
So this is that way where we did it. but
Yeah, but it's still, it's gonna work. We're gonna patch it. It's gonna look just fine. So let's cut this one.
I think this is better. I think this is better than we use these. So we go cut, and then cut, like he was saying over here. Cut. And that we use just for like, so that's better to use right here, here, because it's gonna be hidden.
Right.
If you get straight lines, it's better use the flip. No, but it's not that bad. Well, I can see this. The client can see this, right? Yeah, they're gonna see this, right?
Once on the roof, for instance, that other thing you won't see it.
And look at this. They're gonna see stuff like this, so it's better to cut.
Yeah, but with a sneak, again,
Difficult.
like you said, you have to go every course, right? Otherwise, you won't be able to cut through this.
Yeah.
I'll give you a piece, to try with that big one to see, like close to possible. Yeah, sure, you break your arm. Let's cut this.
I don't wanna break my arm, I like my.
Okay, there you go. So, you wanna cut this?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the cut line, right? So we are cutting now the top side, right? The outside lines, right? We cut the outside line. Then we're gonna bend, halfway inwards, 180 degrees. We're gonna create like a slide that this slide is gonna go on the side of pieces, right?
Okay.
This is top chimney flash.
We should have had better sleep, sorry.
Watch your hand.
You should not work like that.
Get the gloves.
Yeah. All right. I do got very good. Because remember, yeah, it's not like right angle. Yeah, that's what I was feeling it too. It's not like doing HVAC work where that tin will slice your freaking skin 1, 2, 3.
I'm cat sitting. This cat is killing me.
Then we're training for this, for the metal,
So I live in a building, right, and then my wife is friends with a girl that lives on the 29th floor. And so she went to Florida, and now I'm cat sitting for Sunday. Pretty cool cat. I really don't like cats. I like dogs. But I love that. Oh, do you? The dead ones.
Me too.
But I love how he'll bite. He'll claw out. And he'll bite.
Right?
It's pretty cool. Like, but when I let him go, like he'll hang out with me.
This is
So he
way
knows
safe
that
for
I'm
another
out.
job, or safe for something else. maybe?
Yeah, you can put on the side, but usually.
Usually scrap.
So we cut, the band line, right?
Do you do commercial roofing?
I try not to.
You got that room?
You're a little bigger.
Well, I'm like a commercial roofer.
Study the file.
And I got the crew, so if you ever need. let me know.
You got the blue handle?
Yeah.
So this is gonna be the top side, right? So this piece needs to be bent in, right? So I'm gonna cut these corners because I'm gonna create a slide, and I gotta bend. Hold on a second, inwards. So I'm gonna cut the corners because I gotta bend, and they're gonna be on my way. like this. Like that.
And that's 24 gauge.
Everything is 24 gauge.
The same material. Right? And now I'm gonna create like a slide, right? So this is gonna be the bottom piece, right? So just to understand, so this is the top piece. This is the top piece, the side piece, right? This is the top piece, right? So this one, I'm gonna bend it to place. You have them?
They're longer, they're straight down.
They have, you know,
They have many.
you have the little braid, like this long, like foot long. Yeah,
The
even
one-
longer, right?
The
So,
one for ducking, that was great. The one for ducking, we excluded that was the best for this one.
so, you know, you bend it this way. It's gonna be like a slide, right? Now this, because that piece might be too long. So now, so let me see. So this is gonna be the top side. So now I'm gonna bend this to create a slide. There we go.
Same basis.
So this is gonna go like this, right? You're gonna slide it, right? When you're gonna have both of the pieces cut, right? On both sides. You're gonna slide it from the top down, right? And this one needs to be bent this way. This one, I said, you gotta have it 90 degrees bent out. Like this. Right?
So normal chimney probably takes what, 2 hours to do that.
Wow.
So once the guy, so you know, the best guys we have 25 minutes.
25 minutes of time.
25 to 30 minutes. You know, but the guys, you know, he's been doing it for a while, so he's pretty good. Right? Actually, he wrote the instruction, but that's the quickest way, right? But I would say, even if you, how many chimneys you have? One. Even if your guy gonna spend an hour or 2 hours at the beginning, right?
So
You
this
have
is
another 2 skylights.
this is the way it's gonna
It's not
turn
that-
around, right?
And you know, as they're gonna get better.
I got Adi, we gotta show that to the left, the camera, right?
Yeah.
So that's the way, right? So, but you gotta cut, if you cut all this using the same 3/4, right? So everything should work perfectly, right? And once you have it in, slide in, right? You slide in both sides, right? Then you close this, you pry it close, and then you pull it down both sides, right? Put the screws to keep it in place, and just then you cut the other one, the bottom one, right?
So Malco makes a hemming bar.
Okay.
It would be better off to, you know, I mean, you can get it up to 2 foot and you could just bend that all one piece. One.
And another thing, this Sebi,
Yeah, it's just- it's just about
so what?
that wide, it's got 3/4 and 1 inch on both sides.
So what this guy does, you know, the best guy, our guy that does, you know, these flashings.
And one more thing, we're gonna bring that guy here for the summer, we're trying to, so we're gonna be able to, you know.
Train the crews.
our, so if they need to go, if he needs to go a day, with you guys, just do quickly, in half a day, do all your flashings, you probably are gonna be able to rent him. right? Yeah, and I think they're gonna be good. We need somebody good here for the summer to really.
To support all the teams, right? So that
Yeah.
if you have jobs, right, and you need, for instance, let's say you have the first job, you can get our guy, for a day or two to start.
Thank you.
Or we give you all the penetration points,
I'm sorry?
Yes.
or we give you all the penetration
But-
points and you
but-
bend them here and. when
No,
you
no, no,
ship it
but
down,
you,
they
At
go-
that point, you need to learn.
to learn.
You need to learn, because when they gone,
Yeah.
you need to learn, right? You do take care of those, you're gonna have to learn.
So Adi, what I was saying, right?
Well,
Adi, so what Sebi does, right? So he does this piece, right? The top piece, side piece, always cuts the top piece on the side, the top, both of them, they fry them together. And before he cuts the lower side, actually, he pushes down and then he verifies this line, if line is still there. You understand? Before he cuts.
Yeah.
So, but, you see, so now, but then you gotta,
he verifies if that line is gonna be able to fold correctly,
Yeah.
is that what you mean?
yeah, if it's lining up, right? So not to make a mistake. Before he
Initially, you
cuts.
draw it that way, right? You draw on the chimney, you draw the line, right? You do all your cutting, you cut it together. So now when you pull it down, you make sure it's coming down to the line. Oh, yeah. I mean, this is
Okay.
why we use, they were using it for ducting, but also.
Okay, so it makes sense?
Yeah.
So this is the cut.
Folding tool.
Just
Just a
listen.
folding tool.
So now
Yeah,
it's
it
simple,
comes in
right? It
back.
makes sense,
That's
now
an adjustable
you
one.
can connect the dots, right? I'm saying
When
that.
you pull it down, you said put the screw.
Right, and then you verify the lines, if they're matching, then you just cut, right? And you cut the bottom piece, you cut, the bottom piece is gonna have just one lip, right? Which is lining up with this. And you're gonna bend this one inwards,
That's the catch.
you're gonna,
The bottom.
right, so it's gonna catch the bottom piece, right? Same here, this one is gonna bend inwards, right?
Right.
On the bottom piece, and you're done.
Hello, Sarah. Thank you for joining. We kind of wrapping up now, but we welcome to kind of see the final stage. We're just working on a chimney flashing.
It's a Pittsburgh block.
Yeah, that's on a Pittsburgh block flashing.
So, yeah, so this is it. So now you verify both sides, right? You pull it down, right? The cuts are okay, the lines are okay. Just cut the bottom piece, right? And then following the same pattern, right? Double line, you're gonna have double line, but this time you touch just the middle one, that gets bent upwards 90 degrees. So once you bend upwards, the sides are folding in. And this is it, your chimney flushing.
Yeah.
And also on the same principle, on the same system, you do the skylight. Exactly the same thing. The only thing, the profile is more, nothing else. But you see, the cuts, they are not the neatest, right?
Right.
Even with those cuts, it still folds properly.
Yeah, because it's coming down into it. I see it.
Right. So, yeah,
This comes from BILKA.
so if you want, if you want to put it in your truck when you leave,
This one we have.
Stefan,
That's the same.
if you want that piece with the drawing,
Yeah.
if we can take it apart and you can put it in the truck if you
Yeah,
want.
yeah, I do.
Right, because it's a very good
That one, yeah.
guide, for the first time when you do
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Now you saw it, right? You cut, the line, you know how. And also, if you watch online the video, as a refresher, you're gonna know how to do it.
So you cut the lip, so you are able to overlap them, like a couple on the side.
So
you
maybe
overlap
show to
them,
the
and then you come with this.
guys now. So this is
Under, click it,
so this is the
hook it there. Then you
the
put it
side
this
of the-
and Clip it in.
chimney
You
flashing.
can put some silicone as well if you want to.
So we got it, we did it on the floor.
What's that?
Uninstall is just, you know,
can bend it
to,
up, but we
for
don't-
training
yeah,
purpose,
actually,
you know, to see how you cut and
yeah, so
fold
we're gonna prevent the
the flashing. So again, we provide uncut pieces, 4 pieces, and then you've got a mark based on the size of your chimney.
Okay.
This is a better product than what you used in the past.
For the style of it, yeah. It's pretty simple. It's a simple installation, that's for sure. It's not complicated at all.
So less experienced labor. Let's say,
For which one?
for a growth pattern.
Mm.
That's good.
I definitely like the rake trim that just hides everything, you know, because you could be off an inch.
Yeah.
Right. So it
Yeah,
looks neater, better, faster,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, you need to make sure and to be careful when you start screwing up, right? Especially on the gable, right? That's very visible. Make sure you space your screws
The height,
even,
the
make
height,
sure they
right.
are aligned nicely, because that shows how careful to detail you are,
Yeah,
right?
you wanna,
'Cause-
you
Yeah,
definitely wanna measure each one. You know, you don't wanna say, oh, I've got a screw here, let's put one here.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this
You
is
wanna be
lower,
consistent,
this is
you wanna
lower
be
than that one.
uniform.
Yeah, that's
That
very
one's
important.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I see it.
yeah,
Yeah, so you got, you know,
So,
space.
so whoever did this, I'm just kidding.
Okay. This is like 4 times over.
yeah.
I mean, if you have any questions, you know, if we miss something, most likely we miss something,
That's
you know, but what's important, right? It's important, you know, how you space, you know, the wood strips, you know, the wood planks on the roof, right? 15 inches from the bottom, from the fascia, 15 inches for the first set, first course, and then 13 and 3/4. Again, if you screw them in, you know, you're gonna be able to line up. If you mess up something, I miss something, right?
Mm.
When you start and then you have a huge roof, right? What you can do, you know, so let's say I'm starting from here and I have about 30 feet that way, right? I have 30 foot. So you can put, you know, the
This is important.
you can put the first couple of
Panels,
3 panels, screw the panels between each other with
like
small
on
screws,
horizontal, like 1 second.
and to
third.
see how your
How
wood
it's
goes,
running.
right?
How it
So
lines.
you can auto correct yourself,
So,
right?
because then you move it a bit, right?
I mean, you know, for the price of the 1x3s, just starting out, you could go with a 1x4. They're
For the first job, that's another,
first
yeah.
couple jobs.
That's probably a good
Just
idea.
to get an idea, right?
And also,
What's
if
it gonna
you,
save you, $100?
if you run a little bit, you always can add another
Say,
strip.
yeah, you say you miss. How do you cover that?
What do you mean?
You leave the screw in.
You gotta let the screw in,
Yeah.
because, you know, or take the long one out, and you use the small one.
So actually, there is something that you can use to cover the hole, right? There is
Oh, urethane, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
You're always gonna leave the screw there.
Yeah.
If I was to miss a
I
screw
agree
like
with
that, I would take that panel off, put a piece of wood underneath of it.
And
then
just screw it in.
back down.
Actually, he's right. I think that's the best solution.
Do
Yeah.
it twice, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else, Adi, What do you
I think we,
about installation?
any questions? from you
Any
guys?
questions?
Or from online?
What size are the panels?
The panels are 7.4 feet long by 4 feet wide.
But we
4
have
feet wide?
Small.
Those
panels.
are standard, and we also, those are 6 elements, right? So if you look on, let me just turn this.
7x4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you look on this, right, this is one element. Our standard panels are 6 of those, right? Which add up to 7.4 height, right? Here is just sample of each, right? I'm gonna show you one of the panels, full panels. So we also have 2 elements only, because we're trying to minimize waste, right? If you have the big panels and you have a complex roof, and you have a lot of cuts you have to make, you're gonna waste a lot of panels,
Yeah,
right?
so-
So you have the smaller size, then actually gonna be a lot more economical, right? So you can reduce the waste probably 5% easily. My bad. Yeah, 5% reducing the.
Right?
Oh, you got smaller panels.
So we have
Yeah.
2 post panels like this.
Now, is the cost per panel the same as the small and the
It's,
large?
the cost is per square foot, right? Doesn't matter how.
The only thing,
how big
reduce
it is.
the waste.
Yeah, yeah,
Which is a good thing.
yeah, absolutely.
And again, I think it's very important, the installer, right? When you have some losses, right? You have losses here. Try to utilize, the other side.
Right.
How
You
many
can do
colors
that.
Over the other
Or
side.
you cut half of the panel on the top, on the ridge, right? You can use it on the other side of the house. So, Adrian brings.
Is that a system?
Yeah, so here it's a two units panel, and usually they are six,
Again,
right?
for your store, right?
Yeah.
You can have that. We can,
Okay. Yeah.
we have that, right? We have also, on the top, we have a wrapped up one. We have wrapped
I'm
up.
gonna show it to them.
Oh, yeah, to these guys. Right.
Oh, yeah,
Because this is so this funnel right here,
yeah.
where you just cut the hole right
It's,
here.
Yeah, you cut a hole.
the
And
owner.
you cut a hole, it's like
No,
that,
no,
and then you bend
like
it down,
The name.
right? So you're gonna come down, you're gonna have the lips, you bend the lips down, and then, yeah, you're gonna have really, really good water flow.
So you-
Going from the gutter into
you
the
should
downpipe.
Just do a cross and bend it.
Usually we do this,
You cut it out.
and here you can use the flex. You can use the flex, you go like semicircles, right, like that.
Mhm.
You cut a piece of watermelon, kind of.
So the bigger,
Can we use a
Whole
whole saw or
bar?
no?
Yeah, you can use.
you can, but you wanna, even you use the hole saw, but then split it like this in cross and you just bend in. So it gives you more flow inside,
Yeah,
right? So it's not gonna, because if you make just the hole, right? You're gonna still
Yeah.
grab over there the leaves and
So you make a hole so and then.
you make a
cut
square, right, like that, and you just bend them in,
And leave it like
right?
I can do that.
that.
That's the way we did it.
Yeah, but how do you do that,
With the flex, you can just go.
With a grinder.
With a grinder.
Oh,
Just
grinder.
go like semicircles. You can just do it, right? Yeah, and by the way, all of those details are included in our installation
other than
guides. We have an
roof
installation
coatings?
guide for gutters.
Only
have
roof
installation
coatings,
guide
I'm
for roofs.
hands-on, everything else I'm not.
What's that?
No, I want to be hands-on, it's just, so I could teach others, that's what I'm trying to.
No,
understand.
absolutely.
So this is the.
I think the best way,
These
you
are all
gotta
the
have to do a
colors?
roof.
Oh, so red, wine red, so these are all the roofing systems.
All, that's
All
all
the
the
colors
colors
you
we
can
have,
get.
but we have on stock only three. We have black, gray, and the reddish one, that one,
You have jet black, iron gray,
and that red,
oxide red.
the outside red.
Oh, okay, that's a nice plant.
Yeah,
Right?
that's nice.
So there you go. So you just put the screw, ding ding, done. Slide it in. Right? Very quick, if you slide it in.
Right.
Give me the square adding a little bit, and that's it.
And you're done.
And just touch it. I mean, the system is very good. It's very
Very sturdy.
sturdy.
If you can just move a little bit, because the camera
Oh,
is there.
sorry. And this nibbler, I gotta buy the whole tool. It's not interchangeable with.
No, it's the whole tool is
It's the whole
about
tool.
300-ish, in the 300 range.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think Makita does it, DeWalt, and Bosch. I know about.
And they
it.
have
They are very good.
cordless also.
Yeah, no, the code is separate. You don't wanna run it out.
Yeah.
So, gentlemen, what do you think so far?
Beautiful.
We really like, feedbacks, even, faults and,
So I've sold a lot of steep slope roofing
okay?
on a volume scale, because I used to train salespeople,
Okay,
and I've sold it myself. And this is actually, if it's broken down, which, so like when it comes to selling, it's a methodical, you gotta be methodical. So I have a 24-page contract, and I think I could write out a contract with this, and it'll be a nice selling point.
Okay.
Because the labor side, the install side, seems simple enough to me.
yeah.
And I really don't install steep slope roofing.
Mhm.
I sell it, but I have others that do it, asphalt roofing.
Okay.
I mean, on the steep slope,
I've done designer shingles, which is a different type of install
Right.
also.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, on the steep slope, because you have the purlins, right? Actually, it helps you going up and down the roof, right? Even if it's
That's
steep,
true,
right?
but you're starting from the bottom.
You starting,
Right.
but you go on the side.
You can go on the
Just
side, you're going on the side, right? So I'm putting the first one
You
here,
just go.
and I sit over here.
Go up, right?
so for the screws, so you are safe,
helps.
right? You have the harness,
I mean,
you
you have to
can
have the harness.
very easily walk.
Well, you put the harness at the top, right?
Yeah.
Right, but you can walk on the side, right? So the panel is 4 foot, so you can put the screws from the side, right?
Right.
You have no issue reaching that, right?
Yeah.
Once you line it up, and then you come with the next one, from the side, you have good solid grip,
You need to,
Yeah, so this
two people need to
doesn't, this
handle it.
doesn't interlock, this just overlaps.
overlaps,
This is
right?
all overlapping,
Yeah,
no
right,
interlock.
it is fast. And because the panels are so big, you know, once you get through the details, you get the flashings, you get in.
Yeah.
When you start laying panels, it goes, right?
Yeah.
You go fast.
That's what it seems to me, yeah.
Yeah, it goes fast. So that's the advantage.
I think, even on a big install, I would, well, you gotta be careful because of the rain, but you could do ripping and just do the detail work, put the underlayment,
Yeah, you
and
come
just
to,
come back and just start doing nice and easy.
It's
you know?
job management. We noticed that,
Yeah.
some
That's the way
same
I
level
approach
of
it.
training, right? Same level of training for two teams, right?
Yeah.
It's very important, the management of the team, right?
Yeah,
Because you do the same training, but you see the lead, it doesn't have the same control like the other guy.
Yeah.
So, the output from
it's all.
a
management.
more
Yeah.
organized team leader.
Took me 5 weeks to do a roof in Lower East Side Manhattan.
Mm.
But that's because I didn't manage the actual, the crew that did the asbestos removal.
Okay,
And they did a horrible job. And there was extras that I had to do because of the way they cut
it's very
up
important.
the up the wall. So
Right.
it was crazy. So, I've managed small jobs and big jobs, and I get this. This is actually this is a great product to install. And once you do it once or twice, this can go really quick.
And a lot of my market is ranch homes,
okay?
and I could see putting this ranch home on in one day, the roof, both sides.
Bravo, you see? There you
I
go.
think, I
That's-
think you can.
That's a real,
So-
that's a real
so-
lifter right there.
An experienced team, right? We saw, not a complex home, right? Average, simple team of home, we see them doing 2 a week,
Yeah.
right? But they are with many years' experience
Like
behind,
we
right?
can take, we
What
can,
we saw here in America so far, they take them a week to 10 days,
what's
to
your
2
name?
weeks sometimes, right? To
Mark?
really get to a roof.
Mark,
Smith.
Mark,
But once you get
I'm
that
Stefan.
experience in.
yeah, so that's
you get a
huge
speed.
because now, one of my biggest issues is keeping quality of labor, right? And that's one of your biggest issues as being a business owner. And you could train someone rather quickly and the install is gonna go a little bit more quicker once they get a little bit more experience. So you could actually pay them a little more. So your turnover rate on labor is gonna be a little bit longer. They might stay
Yeah.
with you a little bit longer
And
because you're paying better.
You pay well,
I've got
the lead, you
guys-
pay well.
I've got guys with me for 22 years.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
so
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
you're
I mean,
paying
you
good.
take care of them.
Yeah.
I do.
So how you doing in the winter?
We enjoy taking some time off. We just finished a gutter job yesterday.
Oh, so
Roof
you're
job,
not,
and-
you're not actually,
No.
100%.
Right.
So, yeah.
Like we'll do a ranch style home in what we call a 5 reg exposed fastener panel.
Mhm.
And we'll go in and we'll be out of there in 6 hours.
Mhm. Wow.
Oh.
That's where my moneymaker is right there.
Yeah.
What, gutters?
No, the
No,
roof.
no,
Oh, roof.
the roof, the metal roof.
Everybody has their job, just like you say.
Yeah.
You explain, somebody will come in, start the purling, somebody will start the
Right.
trim, and that's what my
So-
crew does.
It's job management.
So we work
Very
with the
important.
teams right here in New York area. And it's what we've seen, it's such a mismanagement. It's such, you see one guy doing the work and 3 just watching them. And I was telling the lead, what you doing? What are
You
those guys
gotta lead
doing?
the guys.
You need to go right
How
behind
many guys
behind
do
you,
you
get a
have that will do
section
that
done. And
six-
it
6-hour
just goes
job?
fast. You need to manage
4.
the job.
4?
Otherwise,
That's pretty
absolutely
good.
takes a
So-
long time.
When I first got back to New York, because I used to work for a major company called Home Fix, ranked 9th in the country for residential remodeling. When I got to New York, I ended up CEO in a company called Installation Service and Repair out of Freeport, Freeport, Long Island.
Well,
And he's got his own dump truck and he's got, you know, a van and he comes. But, you know, he's bringing 12, 13 guys, but he's not paying, you know what I mean? But he's on it, you know, he's on it and everybody's doing one portion and there, and we're ripping a flat roof, you know, 1,500 square feet flat roof and laying it and out in one day, you know, and a residential roof, you know, like 12 squares or 15 squares, even though it's not a ranch home, we're in and out in one day, which is fantastic. I mean,
Now, what are you applying?
Hmm?
What are you putting back down?
on which,
Or to say a 12 or a 15 square, what kind of material are you talking about?
I sell certain teed Atlas or GAF, so
So you're talking shingles.
yeah, shingle
Okay.
roof, yeah, real fast, not metal roof.
Right.
I've only done 2 metal roofs in my day, an A-frame. It took me 2 days, and it was with Edco, and it's just four foot panels that you gotta screw each one in, you know, and it's going directly to the deck. And I think with the expansion and contraction, I think this is a way better system if you sell it and you educate your client on it.
Mhm.
Way better system, you know, the way you structure
Right,
it
right.
before you put the actual system on, because then this tells me that this should actually last, you know, 50, 60, 70
So-
years, like you're saying.
And again, it's an established system that has been around for tens of years and we know it works. So we have the data. We are not speculating.
think
So
about it. You
what-
use
what-
this system, you already use this system. You only-
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
You already
This
use
is
it.
just a different
It's
profile.
different product, different galvanization, different thickness, different shape, right? But you're using the product, right?
Yeah.
The only thing you know, you're not using, you know, the wood structure, right? You screw it directly to the deck, right?
Right.
So that's the difference,
Yeah.
right? So the system is already
So that's
here.
gonna cost
That's
you
the better product,
between
right?
So this is still an exposed fastener system.
It is.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So you could go
Not
directly
to
to the deck,
say-
like, would you go ahead and go directly to the deck on this, or would you do exactly what they're telling you to do on the
I
structure?
think for now, I would go with the batten system until I felt comfortable with the system.
Yeah.
And then if I felt comfortable enough, I don't see any reason why you can't go right to the deck.
I agree with that.
The only
So
thing
what I'm saying
I
is
mentioned
we
before,
should-
I think is the venting, I think, to me.
I honestly, the corrugation, even the corrugation is giving you venting, right? I
Right,
mean,
because
it's not
you're
as
still
good
getting-
as that,
You're still
but
getting ventilation right through this high ridge.
yeah.
Yeah, because I see the venting right there without it.
But as per our,
But then the customer, if you come in and you put a batten system down like that, they're gonna say, well, these guys are really trained, they know what they're doing.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know.
yeah.
and it will get you
The expansion,
that
hey,
60, 70,
The
50, 60,
expansion on this grid
That's where you get gaining the
is
most.
better flexibility than the
It's-
structure of the house.
It's how the screw
me,
is gonna
right?
last longer. I think that's where it is. The true thing.
I think, you know, with that contraction, what
I
contraction
think,
does,
I
right?
think expansion.
It gives the play
contraction-
to the screw, right? Long term, not the first year, but in the long term, winter after winter, summer after summer, right? So you're gonna give that little play. So
Yeah,
that
but it's
is
still
gonna
a
start
structure, you
leaking.
just put another
at some
structure on
point,
top of structure.
Yeah, you just pull that out and go up through another.
Right.
And you can do that.
With,
You did, okay.
with the ag
Right.
panel.
But the bottom system actually helps it last longer and more. Yeah. But that's what it is. All right. So any other questions? How about from online? Any questions from online? Sarah, I know you join us late. I think we can reconnect offline, and we're going to be giving you the whole introduction and everything what we went through with other participants. And I think we should do that. But Cosmin, any other questions from you?
No, all good.
All right, guys, any other questions? All good? How do we do with the time? Are we between the 3 hours?
Well, 2 hours and a half.
All
We are
right.
pretty good.
All
I
right, so
think
we're right there. All right, then, so we're gonna stop. By
Thank
the
you
way,
so much.
next steps, by the way, actually. So next steps. Again, I hope that this convince you to really work with us. We are here, we're gonna do the best we can. We wanna become the best suppliers you have. We're gonna be behind you every single step, supporting you. Again, our pricing, as we promised, we're gonna send you We have your emails. We're going to send you the price. I think I already sent you the prices to you. And to everybody who participated, you're going to send the pricing, marketing material. We're going to give you anything you want. We will prepare now a little package for you guys. For the people online, we will ship them to you. Like samples of the metal catalogs, as I was saying, and so on, right? And if we're going to get jobs in your areas, we will reach out to you first, right? You're going to be our preferred people. It's going to be up to you if you're going to take it or go and do your own estimate or not. If you can sell, your own, even better, and we'll take it from there.
We can also send out the recording of this training for their reference, right?
Hopefully it worked. So we try to record it. I mean, I have to check it. If it worked, we can send it out. And by the way, all the details that you saw, all the detailed cuts and so on, right? It could be convoluted and it's hard to follow online. We have videos on all of those, so we should be able to trace in those videos, and you should be able to trace even on the flashing cuts and so on. We're going to send those to you. Okay.
Okay, great. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right then. So we're going to wrap here up our online broadcasting. Again, thank you everyone for participating, and we're looking forward to working with you.
So much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I don't think you already got, we have kits for